Hello, and thanks for joining us today for this brief infomercial. We're here to tell you about the latest and greatest in command line technology, the traceroute.
Have your digital files lost their way or your text or emails not getting through? Don't worry, we've got just what you need.
Command line technology puts the most powerful internet tools at your fingertips, literally. Because in order to use command line, you have to type the commands. There are no flashy buttons or drag and drop here, folks. No. You want it, you type it.
So how can we help those files find their way? We run a traceroute, of course.
While a traceroute will not actually get a message to its destination, we can use it to find routes that messages may take a while moving from its source to a destination.
To get started, you'll need to open up your command line interface, known as a CLI. On a Windows-based device, press Start and type CMD and press Enter. On a Mac-based device, click the magnifier known as the Spotlight search and type Terminal. It should auto-finish for you and simply press Enter. On a Chromebook, press Ctrl, Alt, and T to open up what is referred as the Crash shell or window.
Along with those specific devices and key presses, the traceroute command has three similar differences, which we'll give you in just a moment.
First, we need to identify where we want to go. In order to do that, we need either a website or an IP address.
An IP, or Internet Protocol address, is a series of 4 up to 3-digit numbers separated by periods or dots. An IP address may look like 192.182.1.1 or 8.8.8.8.
What you're going to see when you run a traceroute is information on where your signal is starting from. In this case, your computer. How is it getting to the internet? Your routers, modems, and other devices within your home or facility. And then various points along the internet that your data or packet is headed all the way to the destination facility.
Let's start with a simple traceroute to Google's website. Here are the instructions for each type of machine you may be using. On a Windows-based device, type traceRT, www.google.com. On a Mac-based device, type traceroute, www.google.com. On a Chromebook, type tracepath, www.google.com. Then press enter and let's see what happens.
As the traceroutes run, we'll start to see the location and time information for packets as they traverse the internet, ultimately landing on the doorstep of Google, or at least we hope.
Sometimes when you run these events, you'll notice some data looks unavailable. For a Windows and a Mac machine, you may see a series of stars or asterisks. This isn't a bad thing. It just means that the data that we want to see isn't allowed to be shown.
So what exactly are we doing here? Essentially, we're taking a trip to, anywhere you want to go. Suppose we want to walk down the street and get some information from the neighbor at the end of the road. In order to make this trip though, we have to stop at every house and knock on their door and ask for the location or address.
If you did this in your neighborhood, do you think everyone would be willing to give you their address or even open their door? Probably not.
That's all asterisks mean. The device that we are trying to identify isn't willing to give us the information that we're asking for.
Can you think why that might be a good thing?
At least it means that someone has installed some type of security on the device, and that's not always bad.
So, let's analyze our traceroute, and you can see if you have similar results. Do you notice any words that seem recognizable to you? DFW, NYC, ORD, LAX, ASH, anything?
If you see abbreviations like that, they're airport codes. DFW is Dallas, Texas, ORD is Chicago, Illinois, ASH is Ashburn, Virginia. While that's not an airport code, it's the abbreviation that has been given to that city.
Before we move on, take a look at the last line. Do you see 1E100.net? That is sometimes referred to as LILU. Do you know your large exponents? Do you know what 1 times 10 to 100 is? It's the number with the name, a Google.
So what is a traceroute? It's a method of observing how packets flow across the globe. If there were good abbreviations to read it, it becomes an exercise in geography.
And knowing that, would you like to see how packets travel to other parts of the country?
Try running a traceroute to the New York Times or CNN or Amazon or YouTube.
Have you ever played Minecraft? Try running a traceroute to Minecraft.com.
If you have a moment, try that one because you might notice something interesting about the geography there. Minecraft is not hosted in the US. Can you find out where?
Ready for something global? Try running a traceroute to the Russian airline manufacturer, Aeroflot. At aeroflot.ru, try a petroleum company in Turkey, tpic.com.tr.
By the way, if you ran the Minecraft traceroute, you should have noticed that it ends up in Australia. Can you believe that? All the time spending online creating and breaking bricks, you were connected to devices located in Australia?
Anyways, thanks for your time. We hope you learned something and enjoyed your time running traceroutes with us. Tune in next time when we do more exciting things with Command Line.